So, one of the things that we wanted to talk to you guys about is what exactly is Out of Darkness. And I think, you know, something that we talk about a lot is what these kids are going through on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, picking a marching band show is not an easy task to do, a marching band theme, because you live with it for so long. We design it from November all the way until November. It's really a year-long thing that you live with. And whenever we're designing shows, we don't just pick a show because we think it could be a cool theme. We pick a show because it's going to mean something to us personally, that's going to help us relate it to the kids, and it's going to mean something to the kids. And you know, with our theme, Out of Darkness, it was really funny. The things that we started talking about, we wanted to do a show that had things that were opposite, and, you know, something kind of like, I think yin and yang was one of the things that we had talked about. You know, just having the really chaotic side of things and then the really peaceful side of things. And one of the ideas that came up, and I think David just threw out the title, because there were a lot of Into the Light shows that had come out recently. And so he just kind of started at the other end of the sentence, Out of Darkness. And we were like, this is great. That's such a great place to jump off from. And we started, you know, Tommy Yoda, whenever he started coming a part of our team, you know, he pitched the idea, the way that he thinks of designing shows is, what do you want the audience to feel? And that has really revolutionized the way that we as a staff really think about our show design. What do we want you as the audience member to feel whenever you watch the show? What do we want you walking away thinking about? And we started finding music that would fit this theme. And, you know, whenever we start the show, we wanted it to feel hopeful, but kind of burdened. And whenever they begin, they start with this beautiful piece by Eric Whitaker called October. And it seems so, again, so peaceful, kind of angelic, but also a little sad. And it immediately gets dark. The tone drops, and then you start to hear the punches coming at you. And it really is kind of like the darkness knocking at the door. And we wanted to give this feeling that there's this craziness in the corner that we all have to escape from. And somehow it has us bound. And Tommy's going to talk about that in just a second. But, you know, as you travel through the show, once we get into the ballad, which is the slower part of the show, we wanted that to be more uplifting. We didn't want it to be completely out of darkness, but we wanted that to be kind of, after you get through the end of those massive impacts that you heard before, we wanted it to feel like you had hit rock bottom. And, you know, I think that that's something that's relatable to the kids, you know, something that's relatable to high school students. These students go through a lot. And, you know, whenever we, again, when we were talking about what show we wanted to do with the kids, Out of Darkness, you know, these kids go through, again, they go through a lot. And there are a lot of struggles that they go through as people and as young people and growing into young adults. And we wanted to design a show that the kids would be able to relate to. And, you know, I refer to it as hills and valleys, you know, and we wanted them to feel like they were at the bottom of the valley. And then the rest of the show is about them coming up out of the darkness and overcoming it and letting go of their burdens. So I'm going to let Tommy